By early 2026, seniors will face more than just physical clutter in their homes. It's the invisible kind that quietly drains energy, clouds focus, and makes even simple tasks feel heavier than they should. Unopened mail, extra mugs, forgotten drawers, and old paperwork all add up, affecting mood, safety, and daily confidence. Eldora Finch, a 73-year-old retired postmaster, found a better approach: small, realistic changes that fit her lifestyle. She created open spaces to move safely, organized essentials within easy reach, and honored meaningful items without letting them take over. These steps didn't just tidy her home, they lightened her spirit, reduced daily stress, and gave her a sense of control she hadn't felt in years. Do you ever feel your home holds more than just things? More like invisible weight? Tell me below. Before we go on, if this is striking a chord, hit that hype button. Each hype pushes this message so more seniors can discover it. Tap hype, hit like, and subscribe. Together, we can grow this supportive community and step into 2026 with ease. Idea 1. Clear your daily pathways first. Think about the quiet, everyday routes you travel in your home: the morning shuffle from bed to bathroom, the gentle steps from kitchen to favorite chair, the slow stroll toward the porch to feel the evening breeze. These pathways are the invisible veins of your home, carrying your movement, your energy, and your independence. Yet, over the years, even small obstacles creep in. A curling rug corner, a footstool tucked in a corner, a chair that was once charming but now encroaches on space, or a stack of papers by the wall. They may seem harmless, but together they quietly weigh down your body and mind. Each time you navigate around them, you adjust your steps, tense your shoulders, or hold your breath without even realizing it. This micro-effort builds up, creating subtle stress, fatigue, and a small but persistent worry about slipping or tripping. Clearing daily pathways isn't simply about tidying up, it's about reclaiming freedom in movement, restoring trust in your steps, and letting your home actively support your well-being. Start with what I like to call the aware walk. Move slowly through your usual routes, at the pace you would on a stiff-knee morning, and pay attention to every adjustment your body makes. Notice the tiny lean, the step shortened, the fingers brushing a wall. Each one signals where the space is asking for change. Even minor adjustments, a basket moved to a shelf, a chair shifted a few inches, a stack of magazines relocated, can dramatically improve how you feel when walking. Eldora Finch, a 73-year-old retired postmaster, learned this firsthand. Her hallway always felt tight, though it looked tidy. A decorative chair and a woven basket narrowed the space just enough that she unconsciously braced herself along the wall every time she walked through. After removing them, she described the change as liberating. Her steps felt lighter, her breathing deeper, and a quiet confidence returned to her morning routine. Lighting is also part of pathway clarity. Even a cleared path can feel intimidating in dim light. Eldora added small night lights along hallways and near staircases, giving her both safety and comfort during nighttime walks. Motion sensor lights or low-level plug-in lamps are senior-friendly options that ensure every step is visible without fumbling or straining. The emotional impact is just as profound as the physical benefits. A clear path encourages calmness, reduces low-level anxiety, and makes moving through your home feel almost effortless. Eldora noticed she approached other household tasks with renewed patience and energy. She no longer carried the subtle tension that cluttered pathways had imposed. Clearing pathways becomes a foundational habit. It's simple, actionable, and immediately rewarding. It's not about perfection. It's about creating a supportive environment that respects your body, your mind, and your daily routines. Engagement prompt. Which part of your home, if cleared, would instantly make your movement safer and more enjoyable? Idea 2. Keep frequently used items within easy reach. One of the simplest ways to make daily life smoother as you move toward 2026 is to place the things you use most often exactly where your hands naturally go. Many seniors don't realize how much strain comes from repeated bending, stretching, twisting, or reaching into high cabinets. It seems minor in the moment, but over months and years, those small motions add up. Tight shoulders, sore backs, stiff hips, and the quiet frustration of wrestling with cupboards that no longer fit the rhythm of your body. Reorganizing doesn't mean emptying your whole kitchen or bathroom. It means creating a gentle flow that works with you, not against you. Start by identifying the 10 to 15 items you use every single day. In the kitchen, this may be your favorite mug, a non-slip plate, one good pan, your vitamins, and the utensils you reach for first. In the bathroom, it could be your toothbrush, medications, lotion, and grooming items. In the living room, it might be your remote, glasses, notebook, or craft supplies. The key is to bring these essentials down to arm level. No climbing stools, no bending low, no stretching high. This is called the easy reach zone, and for adults over 60, it can make daily life feel calmer, safer, and far less tiring. Eldora Finch learned this when she realized her everyday kitchen tools were scattered across multiple shelves. Mixing spoons above her shoulder, bowls below her knees, and her favorite tea strainer buried in the back of a cabinet. Every meal required a mini treasure hunt. When she reorganized, she dedicated one single drawer to her daily items. She placed her go-to utensils, her favorite spices, her small cutting board, and her tea essentials all in one convenient spot. The change was immediate. She stopped holding her breath while bending. She no longer felt that tiny jolt of frustration when searching for something. Her kitchen suddenly felt like it was designed for her, not for a younger version of herself. This idea also reduces physical risks. Many seniors experience dizziness when bending, stiffness when reaching, or shoulder discomfort when lifting overhead. By placing your necessities at a comfortable height, you remove the need for those motions and protect your joints, your balance, and your energy. Think of it as creating a comfort lane within your home. Everything you need sits right within it. Another helpful step is using small organizers or bins to group items by purpose. Put all your morning medications in one shallow tray. Place your grooming items in a small basket that stays at counter height. Keep your television remote, reading glasses, and favorite pen in a table organizer beside your chair. These clusters reduce mental load. You don't have to remember where things are because they now live in one consistent place. And here's something Eldora didn't expect. Her stress levels dropped. She said it felt like her home was finally saying, "Slow down. I've got you." Small adjustments like these provide emotional relief, not just physical comfort. They help create a space where everything flows more naturally, without tension or frustration. The next idea will show you how to manage sentimental items without overwhelm. Idea 3. Create one small memory area. Sentimental items carry decades of love, identity, and lived experience. But when too many memories sit on every table, dresser, and counter, they stop feeling special and instead create mental noise. A single, dedicated memory area gives those treasures the respect they deserve while giving you back a sense of visual calm. The goal isn't to erase your story, it's to display it with intention so the emotional warmth remains without overwhelming your space or your mind. Begin by choosing one location that naturally draws your eye, a small shelf, a corner of a bookcase, a side table near your favorite chair, or even a narrow wall ledge. This spot becomes your heart space, a peaceful display that represents your journey without spreading across the entire home. Once you select the area, gather the sentimental items that truly matter. A photograph from your wedding day that still makes you smile, a souvenir from a meaningful trip, a handwritten note from a loved one, or a small object tied to an important memory. Instead of trying to display everything at once, allow yourself to choose just a handful. 3 to 6 items is often enough to tell a story without clutter. Eldora Finch struggled with this for years. Her living room was full of framed photos, trinkets from her travels, old letters, and gifts from her grandchildren. She felt emotionally attached to each piece, but the sheer number made her space feel tight and visually overwhelming. When she created one small memory area, a single open shelf near her reading lamp, something shifted. She carefully placed a photograph of her late husband, the ceramic bird he once surprised her with, a postcard from her childhood hometown, and a tiny knitted heart her granddaughter made. Just 4 items. But together, they created a moment of stillness and joy every time she passed by. The most powerful part of this approach is rotation. You don't have to part with sentimental things. You simply allow them to take turns. Wrap the remaining items in soft tissue and store them neatly in a labeled bin or drawer. Every few months, or during each new season, switch 1 or 2 pieces. This keeps your memory area fresh and emotionally engaging without crowding your home. Eldora loved this. She said rotating her items made her feel like she was inviting old memories to step forward again, giving each one its moment to shine. This single memory area does something subtle but important. It creates emotional clarity. Instead of your eyes jumping from object to object, they land softly on one intentional space. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by years of accumulated items, you feel grounded. It also makes cleaning simpler. Dusting becomes quicker, surfaces stay clear, and your home feels lighter and more peaceful. And most importantly, this idea preserves connection without sacrificing comfort. It honors your past while supporting the ease and simplicity you deserve in the present. Engagement prompt: what would you display in your own memory area? Idea 4. Remove items you don't actually use. There's a quiet kind of clutter that builds slowly, often without anyone noticing. It hides in the back of cabinets, fills the second drawer no one talks about, stacks itself on shelves behind newer things, and settles into corners with the promise of "I might need this someday." For many seniors, these items became part of the home during earlier chapters of life, when cooking for a family required multiple pans, when holiday hosting meant extra sets of dishes, when the pace of life invited collecting rather than simplifying. But now, those same objects can quietly drain energy, take up space needed for comfort, and make everyday tasks heavier than they need to be. Removing unused items isn't about getting rid of your history. It's about letting go of the objects that no longer serve your current life so your home can support the person you are today. Start with a simple honesty test. If you haven't used it in a full year, and you don't genuinely love it, it's worth reconsidering. This includes duplicates like 3 slow cookers, extra mixing bowls, stacks of unused linens, old craft supplies, and gadgets bought with good intentions but never actually used. These items often stay just in case, but freeing them creates room for ease and clarity. Eldora Finch recognized this when she opened her kitchen cabinets one afternoon and noticed how crowded they had become. There were 2 blenders, 3 colanders, mismatched storage containers, and gadgets she couldn't even remember buying. She wasn't hosting big family dinners anymore, and her cooking style had simplified. She decided to let go of everything she hadn't touched in over a year. She kept the tools she used daily and packed the rest into donation boxes. When she closed the cabinets afterward, she said it felt like she could finally breathe in her own kitchen again. One helpful approach is what many seniors call the comfort check. Pick an item and ask, does this make my day easier, or does it just take up space? If it doesn't serve a purpose or bring you comfort, its job in your life is already done. This mindset works beautifully for clothing as well. Wardrobes often hold outfits from decades ago, items kept out of habit rather than desire. Choosing a smaller collection of clothes you truly enjoy wearing creates less physical strain, makes dressing easier, and reduces laundry stress. The emotional shift that comes from releasing these unused items is powerful. Many seniors say the room feels lighter, but even more surprising is how they feel lighter, less weighed down, more clear-minded, more in control. Eldora noticed that once her extra gadgets, old paperwork, and forgotten items were gone, she moved more freely around her home. Cleaning became quicker. Shelves became easier to dust. And her mind felt uncluttered, too, because she wasn't constantly reminded of things she meant to deal with but never did. This idea isn't about minimalism for the sake of trendiness. It's about building a living environment that matches your current energy, mobility, and daily rhythm. It supports your independence by removing obstacles, reducing decision fatigue, and creating a calm, predictable space. Letting go is not losing, it's choosing what truly matters and making your home safer, simpler, and more nurturing as you prepare for the next chapter. Idea 5. Manage paper and mail immediately. Paper clutter is one of the sneakiest kinds of clutter because it doesn't arrive all at once. It trickles in slowly through mail slots, delivery envelopes, appointment reminders, receipts, flyers, and statements. It blends into the background until suddenly there's a stack on the dining table, a pile on the dresser, 2 envelopes on the arm of the couch, and a folder stuffed into a drawer for later. For many seniors, this type of clutter brings a unique kind of stress. It isn't just physical, it carries emotional weight, because so many papers represent decisions, deadlines, or responsibilities that are easy to postpone but hard to ignore. That's why managing paper immediately is one of the most powerful ways to keep a home feeling calm and under control. The simplest way to do this is with a 3-part system that works without effort once it's set up. First, create an inbox tray. This is not for random papers or long-term storage. It's strictly for mail or documents that require action, a bill to pay, an appointment reminder to add to a calendar, or a notice you need to read. This tray keeps important items visible but contained so they don't scatter around the home. Second, place a shred or recycle bin right next to it, not across the room. Junk mail, extra envelopes, outdated coupons, and the endless ads seniors often receive go straight into this bin the moment they're opened. Third, keep a clearly labeled folder for important documents you need to save, insurance letters, tax papers, medical summaries, or anything you may need to reference later. This handle it once system works beautifully because it removes hesitation. Instead of carrying mail around and setting it down in different places, you know exactly where each item goes the moment you hold it. Eldora Finch found this incredibly helpful. For years she had a quiet but persistent paper pile in the corner of her dining room, appointment cards mixed with old catalogues, bills tucked into envelopes, and forms she intended to look at eventually. It wasn't messy enough to call clutter, but it created a low-level anxiety every time she glanced at it. She finally set up her 3-part system on a small table by the kitchen doorway. Then she committed to a simple habit. 10 minutes a day. She would open her mail, sort it immediately, and file anything important. Nothing sat around, nothing had time to pile up, and nothing got lost under yesterday's newspaper. Within a week, that persistent worry she felt every time she saw her old paper pile disappeared. She said it felt like someone had taken a heavy backpack off her shoulders. And the benefit extended beyond the physical space. When important papers were organized, she felt more in control of her schedule and responsibilities. This idea is especially important for seniors today because more companies are sending mixed mail, part digital, part paper, which can make it easy to miss something essential. Managing paper immediately protects against that confusion. It also prevents lost bills, avoids late fees, and reduces the emotional burden of, I know I need to deal with this, but I don't want to think about it right now. If you stick with this system, you'll likely notice something surprising. Your home feels cleaner even when nothing else has changed. That's because paper, more than almost any other type of clutter, affects how the mind processes space. When it's controlled, everything feels calmer, lighter, and more manageable. Do you have a paper pile that keeps growing? Share where it's located. Idea 6. Use baskets or containers for energy drain items. Some objects in our homes carry more than just physical weight, they carry emotional and mental weight too. Unpaid bills, items that need repair, half-finished projects, or small gadgets that require maintenance can silently sap energy every time you see them. For seniors, this kind of hidden clutter can create a subtle, ongoing stress that makes your home feel heavier than it actually is. You may find yourself avoiding certain areas, postponing small tasks, or feeling restless in spaces that should feel comfortable. The solution is deceptively simple. Group these items in one container or basket, giving them a dedicated spot so they no longer invade every surface in your home. Start by identifying the energy drain items in your daily life. These could include stacks of unpaid bills, receipts that need organizing, broken tools that require fixing, or electronics waiting for batteries or maintenance. Instead of scattering them across counters, desks, or drawers, place them in one visible, easy-to-access basket. The key is to make it approachable. It should be a manageable pile, not a mountain that creates anxiety the moment you glance at it. Once contained, schedule small, regular sessions to address the contents. Even 15 minutes a week can make a huge difference. Eldora Finch discovered this approach when she realized her home had several mini piles of tasks that silently demanded her attention. One pile was bills on the kitchen counter, another was old tools and gadgets in a corner of her garage, and a third was miscellaneous receipts in the living room. Each of these clusters created a small but persistent tension. She brought them together into one wicker basket labeled action items and promised herself she would only work on them during short, scheduled sessions. Instead of tackling everything in one overwhelming marathon, she addressed one small batch each week. The effect was profound. She felt less scattered, her mental load decreased, and her home felt lighter even though nothing was technically removed yet. This method also encourages momentum. Seeing progress, even in small doses, reinforces a sense of accomplishment and control. Eldora said she loved checking off tasks from the basket because it gave her visible proof that her effort was making a difference. You don't need to clear the entire basket in one day. The goal is to chip away in a way that respects your energy and pace. This is especially important for seniors, who may tire faster or prefer gentle, incremental progress instead of large, exhausting organizing sessions. Another advantage is visual simplicity. When all energy drain items are contained, surfaces stay clear, and your mind is free to focus on more enjoyable or restorative activities. Your home suddenly feels calmer, more peaceful, and supportive of daily living. Even if the basket is in view, the knowledge that it has a dedicated home removes the feeling of chaos and unpredictability that scattered tasks create. Using baskets or containers in this way is not just about physical organization, it's about emotional relief. It gives you a way to honor responsibilities without letting them take over your space, and it helps you approach tasks with patience and confidence. Eldora noticed that after implementing this system, she no longer dreaded her small chores. She looked forward to her weekly sessions with a sense of accomplishment and calm, turning what used to feel like stress into structured, manageable steps. And the final idea is the one that transformed her daily life completely. Idea 7. Make a 2026 ready corner. As seniors look ahead to 2026, one of the most empowering ways to prepare is by creating a small, dedicated corner in your home that serves as both a sanctuary and a hub of functionality. This isn't about a whole room makeover. It's about crafting a space that nurtures comfort, supports independence, and organizes the essentials you need each day. The idea is simple: a personal corner where everything you might reach for, water, glasses, a book, or daily items, is within arm's length, paired with a supportive chair and good lighting to make each moment gentle on your body and eyes. Start by choosing a quiet area in your home where you feel most relaxed and safe, perhaps near a window with natural light, beside a lamp that provides warm, even illumination, or in a corner of your living room where movement is easy. Place a comfortable chair with adequate back support and a small side table. This isn't a decorative statement. It's a functional retreat designed to make daily routines easier. Include essentials like a water bottle, reading glasses, your favorite book or journal, a small blanket for cozy moments, and maybe a notepad or device for scheduling and reminders. Everything should be within arm's reach to minimize bending, stretching, or lifting, preserving comfort and mobility. Eldora Finch created her own 2026 ready corner in a sunny nook by the living room window. She added a supportive armchair with a plush cushion, a low table for her tea and a small stack of books, a soft throw for chilly mornings, and a tray containing her glasses, water, and daily medications. The transformation was immediate. She found herself starting and ending each day in this corner, enjoying moments of calm that energized her for the tasks ahead. This space became her anchor point, a place to slow down, reflect, and regain focus without feeling rushed or overwhelmed. The beauty of a corner like this is its adaptability. Eldora discovered that by keeping items organized and within easy reach, she reduced the friction of small, daily tasks. No longer did she have to search the house for her glasses or strain to find her water. She could settle into her chair with everything she needed, sip tea, read, write, or simply enjoy a moment of peace. Over time, this corner also served as a reminder to pause and prioritize her well-being, creating a subtle but powerful habit of self-care that reinforced both physical and emotional health. Lighting plays a critical role. Adequate, adjustable lighting helps prevent eye strain, makes reading safer, and enhances comfort during evening hours. Eldora added a small adjustable lamp and a plug-in nightlight nearby, allowing her to maintain a consistent routine even as daylight changed through the seasons. This small detail reduced the risk of trips or falls during evening or early morning hours and created a gentle, inviting atmosphere. Beyond practical benefits, a 2026 ready corner encourages emotional grounding. Having a dedicated retreat fosters a sense of order, calm, and control. It transforms a portion of your home into a personalized sanctuary where you can recharge, reflect, and approach the day with clarity. Eldora found that starting her mornings in this corner gave her energy and focus for household routines, While ending her day, they're offered a peaceful transition into rest. This idea isn't about perfection or having a large, elaborate space. It's about intentional design that respects your body, your habits, and your personal needs. It supports safety, independence, and emotional well-being, all while providing a small but meaningful daily ritual. What would you include in your personal 2026 Ready Corner? After implementing these 7 targeted ideas, Eldora Finch's home transformed in ways she never anticipated. Spaces that once felt crowded and heavy now breathe with light and order. Hallways and high-traffic areas are clear, letting her move safely and confidently. Frequently used items are within easy reach, reducing strain and making daily tasks effortless. Her single memory area preserves cherished moments without creating visual chaos, and items she no longer needs are removed, leaving her surroundings open and manageable. Paper no longer piles up. Mail and documents are sorted daily, giving her a sense of control and mental clarity. Energy drain items, grouped in one basket, no longer overwhelm her, and her personal 2026 Ready Corner provides a calm, nurturing retreat each morning and evening. Seniors like Eldora report that small, practical changes like these affect mood, energy, and confidence. Each cleared pathway, organized drawer, or thoughtfully placed object contributes to mastery over the home environment. Eldora described waking with a lighter spirit, feeling accomplished simply by navigating her home effortlessly. Simple gestures, like picking up her favorite mug without stretching or finding her glasses immediately, became moments of quiet delight, reinforcing independence and self-sufficiency. The payoff goes beyond convenience. It fosters pride and agency. Being able to care for oneself safely, enjoy personal spaces, and maintain routines without constant effort nurtures self-esteem, resilience, and well-being. Eldora smiled more often, savoring small successes, and felt energized to engage in hobbies, social connections, and mindful rest. Her home became a supportive backdrop for the life she loves. Here's how you can support this channel and spread these life-changing tips. Before we go on, if this is striking a chord, don't just hit the new hype button. It helps seniors' voices rise to the top. You can hype 3 videos a week, pushing this message to more people over 60. Step 1. On YouTube, swipe left on the comment preview until you see the hype button. Step 2. Tap hype. Step 3. Choose how many points to give. Smaller creators get a bonus. Step 4. Confirm. 3 free hypes each week push this video higher, and regular hypes can earn a Hype Star badge as a top supporter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to never miss fresh tips for seniors looking to simplify, organize, and enrich their homes. Share with a friend or family member who could benefit from calmer, safer spaces. Your home can support you, your body, and peace of mind. Just like Eldora, every thoughtful change sets the stage for a calmer, safer, and more empowering year ahead. Tap hype, hit like, subscribe, and share, and join this community of seniors creating homes that truly work for them.